go ahead and join here with the last race of the Trackmania Formula League, which is coming up. And yeah, I'm hyped. I'm very, very hyped about that, and I hope you guys are as well. Yeah, we have the last map, United We Dance. And what a trailer have we witnessed there. A map by Shumi and HTMH. So HTMH with another masterpiece after releasing his map on Friday. Yeah, his new style maps. We have now a new good map as well. So Atypick, welcome to the last race. Again, race number 10. This time flew by so fast. And now we are here. Oh damn, I didn't load the mod. Fuck, Nalo was texting me Oh shit, wait a second. Wait. Oh no. I think I have to reload the game after the thingy. Wait, let me do that. And maybe you can keep on talking, then I'm just gonna put that one into my folder.
Yeah, race number 10 already, the last race of the season, and probably the closest season that we ever had in Trackmania Formula League, just because how two drivers like Warsail and Patrols are just so dominant. Patrols with, I believe it is 4 wins in a row right now. He's on a very good streak here. Since race number 6, he has won every races.
It's sick, yeah.
And Warsail pretty much consistent on every race, ended up on the podium. Like his worst finish was in race number 3, where he finished only 3rd. So yeah, Warsail hasn't won that many races, only 2, compared to Patro's 6. But he always ended up on the podium, whereas when Patrols was not winning a race, he had a DNF, he had a 4th place, and he had a 2nd place.
Yeah, damn. I mean, he had definitely a good performance, but now we have the situation that it's actually not even close between the players, yeah? It is not close between them. Of course, it's quite close. It can still be Patroso who can win, but he needs to rely on a mistake from either, from Warsail, let's be honest. He needs to mess up.
You really need a bad performance from Warsail, bad qualifying, and as well during the race to have fastest lap, and as well Warsail not being well placed. So yeah, really pretty much relies on Patrols having amazing results. I think a perfect Sunday would be a good start for Patrols to come back on and try to compete for first place. For those who don't know, perfect Sunday is pole position, win, and fastest lap, which Patrols has done on race number 8. But it's going to be really difficult for Patrols to come back on Warsail for the first place, but it's definitely doable.
Okay, there we go. So thank you for taking over the casting there, and also what a perfect Sunday is and everything like that. I just had to implement the mod here real quick, so and multitasking is not really working that well, but yeah, I mean, you gave us a good overview here, and it will not be enough for him to take it home, even though he has a perfect Sunday. But this guy Patrose, he is just out of this world. 4 race wins in a row. It is incredible, but also a player like Danik B, for example, is doing a great job right now, and can maybe lurk his way up a bit into the standings, and I think he can still make a saying here.
Danik B is going to be tricky. It's going to be really, really tricky, because he's 100 points from Dexter on P3, and even though Dexter didn't play last time, I think 100 points is really difficult to achieve. You need a very strong qualifying. Plus, I think you need at least a top 2, top 3 to have 100 points, and probably as well fastest lap. So Danik B is going to be really tricky to come back on Dexter. I don't know if Dexter is playing today.
I have not seen him. He
wasn't last time. Shorty is on the server, but Dexter is not. So yeah, it's still like, it's basically like Patrols on Warsail, like Danik B. It's mathematically doable, but it's going to be really, really tricky.
But yeah, the thing is, there's right now a different tournament going on as well, as I'm currently rebooting my game that the mod is loading. So I'm quickly gonna do that. Did Ubisoft Connect? What is that? And then everything should be fine. But there's the TSCS, which is a competition where you battle in a team format against other teams.
Oh, yeah.
And that is going on right now. So that's why it might be a bit tricky for the players to play all of that. But yeah, I mean, I hope that the mod loads now. Has it loaded for you? Let me check.
I don't know. Like, do you have a special texture on the road?
I can tell you in a second.
I'm not sure if the mod has loaded for me. I'm gonna check on your screen.
There we go. Okay, let me do that real quick. Let's join here and let's go ahead into the server again, as we are starting very soon. And we have the free practice right now, and we have it till 13:50, and then afterwards we have the qualifying that is starting, as the game takes forever to load again. There we go.
Yeah, so how two contestants for the title, Patrols and Wholesale, are on the server, which is a good news to have. Like, would be a shame to have like either Wholesale or Patrols missing out on the last race. Yeah, the race has been moved. Like, there is a rule of thumb in Trackmania Formula League where you don't have a race at the same time as a Formula 1 race.
Mm-hmm.
So the Formula 1 race start at 3 p.m. French time, so CET, and the race was supposed to races on a Trackmania Formula League generally start at 4 p.m. So there would be an overlap between the two races.
Mm-hmm.
So the race would start either before or after. But after there was a Trackmania Grand League or Challenger. I don't know.
Yeah, Challenger.
Was from the Challenger. So it would be a shame to have to postpone the race 2 hours after. And Wosile not be here for the final race, for the final contending. For the final battle, so the race has been moved a lot earlier than we have used to be, but it's okay.
I think it's also okay and really good that they're considering, okay, we have Wosal playing from the Trackmania Grand League Challenger, we have the race, the rule as well is very fitting because, it's the Trackmania Formula League, as Wosal wants to go into the pit entry right now, yeah. But it's a good rule. I really like that. But yeah, the mod is there actually. And I mean, you can see this beauty of a map. I mean, the scenery is kind of tremendous. The city there with the coastline and stuff. Very cool scenery. One of the, also the vibe, the mood to it with a little bit of fog in it. I really like it. That you hardly see the coastline at the end. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool map. Next to the harbor, you actually have a building which is a real building, actually from a Formula 1 track, which is the last one. Is it Abu Dhabi? I'm not sure. And it's a hotel, I think, that cross the map, that go above the map, just like this. So just a fun fact.
Okay, nice fun fact there. I mean, it's cool that this map feels very realistic. It feels really realistic.
Yeah.
And I also like the different styles on it. You have that Formula 1 setting, of course, but then you also have the city, you have the harbor, you go through the next to the coastline, you have those small villages there, or the small housings in the hills. Very cool map. Really good map. I really like this one, as I'm currently following Patros, but also the race lines. Let's talk about the race lines here. We haven't really done that too much. Just we're talking about the whole setting of this map, as he is currently wallbanging. Maybe he has some issues, but the map doesn't really seem too hard by the looks of it, but also again a map that really favors Patros and Wosal again. And I think Shorty will do good today if he's playing, but right now I have not... okay, he's on P13, but I think Shorty will do good today. I don't know why, but he will have a good race today.
Yeah, Shorty always a man you can count on for entertainment. Let's put it that way. But yeah, he has yet to find a very good result, I think. He's more looking for the fun, with fun strategies and everything. But I would agree with you. It's a track where he could do good if he doesn't really try something great.
Yep, definitely. And right now Trilux is searching. Oh no, it's just going for a good lap. Okay, Trilux turning around to go for a good lap, I see. And also the pit entry seems to be quite early on though. Oh no, he's not even going into that, but let me actually check that one. The pit entry. It seems that it's... Look how...
The entry is so strange.
Yeah, the pit entry is so early. Like, look at that. You have this long stretch here where you're so fast. And then you have the pit entry here. Like, you can accelerate here, but look how long that is. Look how long this pit stop is. Oh, there's some flickering. Okay, minus. But, Jesus Christ, what is that pit stop? Like, I see what they did there, but you lose a lot of time. So I think pitting as little as possible could be a good strategy here today, Atypick.
Yeah, I think it's always a good strategy to pit as... like to have the minimum amount of pit possible, but you also need to maximize your tire usage and fuel usage. So, like, I don't know how the car are using tires. I'm on Mopel, and Mopel is definitely on very low fuel and high tires. So maybe players are not drifting as much. But if you were to look at Wosile, is sitting on 70 liters, 70% of tires. So yeah, I don't know how sorry, what strategy would be optimum. I hope that we will have two kind of battling strategy that we used to have in the very beginning of the season, where I think I felt like in the last few races that we had, there was only one prominent strategy, and pretty much everyone stick to it. And it was a bit sad in terms of what kind of strategy would be the better, because there was only one.
Yeah, there was only one strategy, and today we could have the factor. Of course, you said it. Putting as little as possible is usually the factor, and like the best thing. We have seen people like Wosile, for example, just pitting for his tires usually. Yeah, you know, he has very aggressive driving when it comes to drifting. We're also comparing Wosile to Mopel there, because Mopel right now 28 liters and 50% tires. Interesting to see that. But here we have 45 laps. Maybe we can see someone squeezing out 15 laps and only do two pit stops with rather okay driving. You know, maybe that's the case. Or maybe like something like, I don't know, 11, 12 to go for something like that for that kind of stints, and then 11 again. Then you also have 45 if my maths was correct. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be fine.
I don't want to do math.
Yeah,
on Sunday.
it's all good, but you know, I think those things can be quite good. As Mopel, I think that's the hardest corner there. Just on that, hitting that fence just before the pit entry, making that small mistake. But maybe 15 is doable here. Maybe 15 is doable here, and maybe someone is going for that as Wosile is doing a 59.84. So the first time below 1 minute here from the driver from Team Game Ward. Also playing the Trackmania Grand League Challenger. And that's why it's so early later on. And because I'm also casting it, so, you know, it's just very good that it's at 13:30. Yeah. Very nice.
Very convenient.
Yep. Also that I can have dinner with family now, or like after that. It's like all stars have a line today. It's like the perfect time for me to cast this one, literally.
Yeah, it's a bit early for my taste, just because I don't have anything after it. But no, just kidding. It's no, I think it's proper time to play it. But probably a bit early for some people. Like they on Sunday likes to stay at the table with the family and everything, because it's still really early. It's 1:30 p.m.
Some people go to bed at this time.
And not joke. Or I'm still in the bed at this time.
But usually I like, now with my physio and stuff, I kind of wake up early. You know, I wake up at like 11 to 12. Yesterday I woke up quite late, but that was the case because, you know, I went to bed at like 11. I was just knocked out then. And I woke up at 3 and at 2 and I wasn't tired. And then I was awake till like 5, 6 and I slept till 1 or 2. You know?
Yeah, for me it's just a mess right now because I'm sick, so I had a very bad night, but it was impossible to go back to sleep after 9 a.m. So yeah, I woke up really early today, but it's due to being sick.
Yeah. I mean, oh, sorry. I was a bit tired because I was at my neighbor's place. He's 1 week in Germany, and I wanted to spend time with him, and I was home at like 4:30. But I still wanted to. Oh my God, what is Danik B doing?
Yes, wicked. I was on Danik B as well.
It was wicked.
With a very good P2 on the free practice, but man, that flip was
great, kid.
Risky. Yeah. I will agree with you. Probably the hardest corner on the entire track, and the riskiest, I would say, because you can definitely flip on this one.
Yeah, you can indeed flip on that one. It's inevitably gonna happen. Maybe 1 or 2 players will fail there because it's banked. You can make mistakes. As Funky Jug is also doing a great job right now. Yeah, well, what did I want to say? I was sleeping. You know, I was also ill 1 week ago, and I was sleeping all day, all night. Like Monday, I was only sleeping after my surgery. Tuesday, I was only sleeping. Wednesday as well, the day was better, but sleeping is the medicine, I tell you. You don't need medicine, you only need sleep. And then you feel better. That was literally the case for me. But if you cannot sleep, it sucks.
Yeah,
it really sucks. But yeah, that's...
Sorry, I was just thinking about... Danik B could theoretically go back, climb up to P3 in the championships. Really depends on. It looks like Dexter is not playing today.
Yeah.
So scoring, like the delta of points is going to close significantly. If Danik B can have a very good qualifying, which just on the time of free practice, hitting a 1 minute dead is place you good for P2, so it's 18 points if I'm correct. So it's already pretty good in terms of gap closing points, and then he needs I would say fastest lap and a top 3 to really be in front of Dexter. But Danik B, we've seen him in a very good shape on the past few races, so yeah, I wouldn't mind Danik B. I would see Danik B overtaking Dexter in the championship if he has a very good result.
Right now, it's looking quite good for Danik B. He is on that 2nd position in the free practice, just out of Patrose and then Wolfside. And I think also this map style suits Danik B quite well. Of course, there's this corner again. But it will probably all be about the pit stops again. Oh, this corner there as well. You can go so outside and even clip it, you know? You've seen that where Danik B was going over. Very cool sector there. And yeah, this Danik B who is on his way to a good last race here maybe. Also a player that really has shown us that, you know, there are also newcomers in here who can contest maybe even the top 3. And maybe he can overtake Dexter. Maybe, or Dexter will take the bronze medal. Danik B can take it, but we are finished with the free practice. We have one time below 1 minute. It is from Bosel at 59.845. And now we're gonna start with the free practice. We're gonna start with the free practice since the qualifying and the free practice has ended, and now the qualifying is starting. So how this is working out, we have the top 13 who are getting points. The fastest flying lap is the decider here, as we have 2 laps that players are racing in a 5-minute time span. My sister's in my chat. Hello. Hello. I'm famous. I'm not.
You're famous for being famous, and it depends on being known by someone else. So I think you're famous to like
Your Trackmania
30,
people.
50 people. At least right now, I don't know how many viewers you have.
I also don't know. I would say at least 2, at least 3, at least 4. But yeah, say hello to my sister. I mean, she doesn't have better Twitch TV, so she doesn't see people happy. Cam, she doesn't. She just see weird champ or weird emotes. But hey, we gotta start now. 30 seconds of warm up here. Dude, that's a different vibe when my sister's in the chat.
I have small intel. You know that you have you have like a joker where you can't participate in a race.
Ah, yeah, true.
You can use that joker in order to not take a minus 40 points.
Yep.
Dexter didn't use that joker. So he's going to take a minus 40. I just checked with Nano. So Danny B has definitely a lot of chance to be on P3 after the race.
Okay, how many points are then in between those players?
50. 60.
60. So he just needs to take 60 points in this race.
Yeah, 60 points, man.
That is possible.
But we will see after the qualifying. I think after the qualifying we will have a good idea on whether or not where he's sitting in terms of chances of overtaking Dexter. But we will see. There is plenty of things that we need to see after the qualifying, because already the gap could shrink or widen between Patros and Wasai.
Yeah, I'm quickly gonna open all the rankings and stuff again. As I'm currently following Joey, who is giving us a good overview. Is a bit behind. You can see the cars swarming in front of him. You can just see it, but he gets good lines here over that zigzag part where you want to accelerate or excel yourself with a lot of speed into the corners and don't crash the wall as Joey has done. But of course, it's only the first lap, so it doesn't really matter too much. As I cannot open the page. There we go. As oh my god, it's so lagging here. Let's go with Wingo Bear actually. Let's go with him as Trilux sets the fastest lap, 1:14. So you can see how much the pit entry actually costs you. 15 seconds. Damn, and also Wingo Bear making that mistake. Trilux is still in the lead. We have Funky Jug behind. Then Claudio as well, and Wosal is there as well. Let's go with Wosal. He is catching up to everyone here. What a great fight I'm witnessing here between the top 5 players at the moment. Wosal, Funky Jug, Claudio, then Stuke and Berserker are chasing down Trilux, who is still leading right now. So Trilux on a great qualifying it by the looks of it.
Yeah, Trilux has been impressive in terms of qualifying, always being high placed. I feel like it's a name that we've seen a couple of times in the top 5, top 10 every time in the qualifying. He has yet to have a good result, I think, during a race. But as the final lap ends, we will see where Trilix is sitting. But Wosile, a huge amount of speed on the straights. Now it's just a matter of where is Patros going to rank.
Wow, that was a good time by Trilux though. A 1 minute. What was that? A 1 minute 1.17. He lost a bit of speed during the ending of the map, but still a good time here. And this could be enough for a top 10 performance as Bellwood has a DC. Where is Chris? Chris is there. Where is... I don't see him right now. Oh, he already finished, right? Patrosa already finished?
Yeah. He's on a P4.
Oh, okay, perfect. So Chris is the last player to finish here. As let's take a look how many points will Danik B gets. Is he in the
0? He's on
13?
17.
Yeah, he's on 17.
So, if he wants to come back on to like be dead even with Dexter, he needs to finish P6. If he wants to be above in the ranking, above Dexter, he needs to finish at least P5.
P5, okay. So
P5 or above.
So 60 points are in between them, right?
Yes.
if he finishes P6, they are tied.
Yes.
But yeah, Wolsa wins it here. Sensei, and then Berserker and Patrose. So maybe Patrose not winning the 5th race in a row. 5th race, right? Yeah, he won race 6, 7, 8, 9. Like that. Jeez, that is incredible. And yeah, we have then Claudio, Wall also taking 5th and 6th, Darkbringer, Moppel, Deska, Trilux taking P number 10, Shadenis, Safe Chris, Simply Nick, and Shorty is the bubble man, not getting the first amount of points with a 101.28.5, just 300s behind the first player who's scoring a point. But now we're gonna start with a live race, so now it's important for the players to manage their fuel, to manage their tire management, or like the tire usage, let's say like that. And we have 45 laps that players are racing around. Your tires are wearing off faster when you drift, and your fuel is burned faster when you just cruise through the map. But usually it is the tires that are the difference because you are actually your car is handling differently when you have lower tires.
Yeah. So just after qualifying, the gap between Mosile and Patros is now at. Sorry, I didn't do the proper quick calculation. So it's 64 plus 8 points now because Mosile is P1 and Patros is P4. So
minus or plus 8?
So now it's a plus 8. So it's
72.
The gap is 82. 82 points. No, it was 74.
Okay,
so now
not
it's
64.
Plus 8 for Wosile.
Way too dank.
So 82 means that if Patros finish 3rd without an Wosile DNF, and Patros doesn't have fastest lap, Patros doesn't win the driver championship. So Patros needs a 1st or 2nd place, a 3rd with fastest lap, and Patros needs to DNF and Wosile needs to DNF in order to Patros to win the driver championships. So it's doable. It's tricky, near impossible, I would say.
I think the points that have really mattered now are the points at the qualifying. You know, those points were really important. If he got 1st there, and maybe Wosile have gotten like 5th, 6th there or something like that, or maybe even no points, it would have been possible for Patros, but like that, it will be quite hard for him to catch up with that, since it is Wosile who can of course make a mistake, but I don't really see him without making a mistake being outside of the top 5. You know, even that is like, even outside of the top 3, you know, it will be hard for Patros to win it, and he's really in need of a mistake. Maybe in this corner here, you know, making a mistake over that grass section, maybe flipping, or just doing some full stops. That could be happening, but other than that, I think that it is Patros who has to take that 2nd place. But of course, there's still the fight going on for that 3rd position, where it is Danik B who can definitely take it. Yeah.
You need a 6th place plus fastest lap in order to be safe, or a 5th or higher in order to be in front of Dexter. I think it's not the worst thing. That he could have still be better during the qualifying and have an easier time during the race. Didn't pan out this way for Danik B, but I think with the amount of good result Danik B had in the last few races, I think it's definitely doable. He finished on a P3 on race number 9, so I think he has a good momentum going with him, and it's just whether or not he can just stay clean in the race. I think it's just a matter of staying clean in the race.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree with that. So let's go into the first lap of the last race from the season 3 of the Trackmania Formula League. We have a quite close ending here, especially for that 3rd position. But let's see if maybe Wosile is not winning it here. It would be a huge upset if you ask me, but it can of course happen. As we go into that first lap, Patros with a great line. We have Moppel getting it also quite well, but Wosile is leading. But of course, the hairpin was very hard to do there, but now you want to gain that speed. You want to gather the speed. You want to just excel yourself up, and Patros is doing it quite nicely to that left-right combination here that you have, and then just accumulate the speed and just, stay ahead of the others, as we have Patros leading right now, Moppel on 2nd, so good performance also in the team championship for them at the moment. and then Wosal on third, Sensei behind, and now we have the first tricky corner coming up. And then we also have the first step being done already.
Yeah, the lap here is really short compared to last time, where I think we only had 39 laps, so it was more around a minute and 6 seconds. Like, it was minute and 6, but it's the slowest lap that we will ever have in the race. Patros goes with a tiny mistake, touch the wall. Wosal will take the lead of the race.
He is indeed leading the race. Just 0.4 ahead of him. Mopul also doing a great job. I hope he's not seeing a Sensei behind that. Then we have Berserker on P5 overtaking Claudio here, who didn't get the best amount of speed. Then we have a good fight here for that 10th place. Marius also playing by the looks of it. So the Fatal 9 driver from Germany also driving for his team here for the, I think, Nemo, I don't know what the team name is, something like that, something fishy. Nemo.
Yeah.
Something fishy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just stop with that. But Marius also always a contender to win the race, but not with that line. He had to release tremendously. And it's also Wosal setting the fastest lap at 59.60. And look who's leading already with a gap of more than 1 second. It is Wosal, lap number 3. Moppel with a mistake. And that is not good. Moppel losing a lot of time with that. And then we have Sensei, who is also doing a great race on that 2nd place right now.
Not someone that we've seen so much in the top 10, at least. Good to see him on P2, even though Patros stormed past him in this section. Good amount of speed. Bisaker as well. Great speed from the teammate of Wosal. Battling with Patros and Mopel as well for the team championship.
Yeah, I mean, is it already clear who wins the team championship, by the way, or not?
It's basically the same as... it's not clear. The difference is 107 points difference between Patros Racing Mint, which is Patros team, with Mopel and Joey, and The Shape of Void, which is Wosal and Bisaker. I think top 3 is... top 3 is good. The top 3 will be suffering with Shorty, Dexter, and Hedy. But there is still a fight for first place of the team championships. But like, it's going to be tricky to overtake Patros and Joey and Mopel for the first place.
Because they are also doing a great race here. I mean, actually, we have Joey, and also I think. Well, was I looking? No, Patrosa is on P8 right now, so actually a good point of view to follow here. Patrosa is a bit behind, but he can still, of course, make it as he gets a good line here over that part. And right now it seems that Patrosa usually had a lot of issues starting into the race. Like also in the first couple of races, I remember that he has made an early mistake and then just catching up from there. And right now he's just doing that, you know, he was on P number 8. And now he's up to P4, just behind his teammate Moppel. And then we also have Sensei with a very nice performance. Glad to see him here as well, but also a good fight between Darkbringer 94, who has a full speed background and also is a very versatile player. Yeah, right now on that 6th place. Also battling out with Danik B, who of course can get that 3rd place if he gets himself a good position here. He needs 65 points, and he gets 65 points with...
60. You need 60 points.
But 60 would be a tie, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
you need a P5. You need P5 in the race. He was so close to touching.
Oh no, I seen something.
Oh. Was it Oh no, is it
Joey was turtling.
No. In the very bad corner.
Yeah, right? In the very bad corner. I was thinking that some player will make it, and it was Joey this time. So one already down compared. Like the team championship could still be not quite over yet. I mean, of course, top 2 results count from a team, but that is a very unfortunate stuff. That's very unfortunate stuff for Joey, because he was also in the battle with Wingo Bear for that 6th place. Yeah, Wingo Bear right now on P number 6, Joey on 7th, and then Claudio and Moppel can overtake him here, and also Berlul. You know, he can drop down a lot of places there, Joey. That is not good for him. That is not good indeed.
That's unfortunate for Joey. I hope we see him in the chat now that he has left the server.
Yeah, maybe he is saying what has happened there. But I mean, Danik B right now in the green, you know, top 4 for him. That is just sufficient for him of getting that 3rd place. Also, but it would have been a very deserving 3rd position and probably an aspiring contender for the next season of maybe, yeah, like just getting himself maybe a top 2 or top 1 as well, and annoy Wosal and Patrose a bit, because he definitely has the potential to do that. But a great first season here for Danik B. Really nice from the Czech driver. Good to see that. Very nice.
Yes, indeed. And like for now, already lap 7, we are going to see people struggling, especially with the tires. Looks like the tires and the fuel are well in. They're basically in sync. There is like 1 or 2% difference. So most likely people are going to pit for the tires before pitting for the fuel.
Yeah. But that's always the case usually, because, you know, your car is behaving differently when you're below 30% or like 25-ish percent. You see Sensei, he will just slide a bit. It feels like you still have wet tires, just a little bit. You know, if you have like 20% wet tires and you slide, that's how the sliding can feel. And your car can also slide out. So that's like a bit of the physics that is being used there. As Sensei right now is on P number 4, well, not getting the best slide here, but getting a good amount of speed here so he can overtake Danik B by the looks of it. But we have Patrose and Wosal, who would have thought, leading the race here. Lap number 8 it is, and we might...
Sensei, look at the tires of Sensei, already below the 20%. Like,
well,
he's drifting so much.
There was the drift that I was talking about. That was a beautiful display of skill, a display of that from Sensei, who has made that mistake. Also, Berserker is falling down, and it's a very unfortunate mistake in that speedy section. You lose a lot of time. You can see Berserker, he was on par with Danik B, and he just lost around 3 to 4 seconds even towards him. Yeah, like 3 seconds, look at that. And he's actually going for another lap. Moppel going to pit already, which is a smart decision, as well as Funky Jug, and Sensei pushing out another lap with those tires. He will have troubles with it. He will have trouble. I can already tell you that.
It's so strange to not see Wosal, the one being the one with the lowest percentage of tires. He's known to be a very aggressive driver, to not drift and neo slide every turn, but he's really aggressive with his tires, and not seeing him like the lowest percentage on the tires is really strange and unusual. Patrose looks to be really aggressive, more aggressive even than Wosal with his tires. Wosal probably heading to the pit right now. No, he's going to go for another lap with 13% tires.
Yeah, Patrose is pitting as well as Danik B. Then we have Berserker pitting as well. Dorian Raid pitting. Trilux pitting, taking it very safe. He gets overtaken by Sensei, but overtakes him yet again here. Trilux was a great pace here. 121 in the pit lane. Just after that, just accelerating himself up. So good entry from Trilux. And of course, if you exceed the 130-kilometer barrier in the pit lane, you get yourself a penalty, and you have to stand 10 seconds before you get to fuel in your car and also to change your tires. And now we have this one. You want to do a neo slide there by the looks of it, on this hairpin in the pit lane. Also interesting to have something like that. I kind of like that, but Trilux with a good pit stop here. Let's take it like that, and overtakes the one or another player, and right now is on lap number 10.
So Wosal finally in the pit. Now it's just a matter of, can Patrose be ahead of Wosal when Wosal will exit the pit. There was a 3-second gap between the two, so we will see. I don't think that the last lap of Wosal was this bad, where Patrose can catch up to a 3-second gap. Moreover, that he just did a tiny mistake, so Mopel will overtake Patrose on the racetrack. Wosal is out of the pit. The pit exit is very long, so they might cross at the finish straight.
Oh yeah!
Wosal out of the pits on P2. Patrose goes in front for the lead.
good observation there with the 3 seconds gap as well. And now we have Vosal being 4 seconds behind with Dorian Raid also giving up. I hope that he didn't flip or anything like that. But now a double lead for them. But also we have Nick still not going for a pit stop. Lap number 11. Maybe he's going for the 12-12. No, for the 12-11-11-11 strategy. But look how shaky he's driving. You know, he is losing a lot of speed. But of course, the pit stop took like 35 to 40 seconds. So it might actually be worth for Nick to do this kind of strategy here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he's driving extremely slow compared to the other. And I think that it's the reason why Patros decided to pit 1 lap early compared to Vosal. Means that last lap of Vosal was really bad. The lap before pitting, so it means that Patros managed to close a 3-second gap and still be in front of Vosal. So probably pitting earlier would have been would have been good for Vosal, and that's the strategy Patros choose. Probably means that Patros may pit one more time compared to Vosal. I'm not sure yet. We are going to see, but yeah, it's like the more you can utilize fresh tires, it's the better. I think driving with 13% tires is suboptimal.
It's definitely suboptimal, and I was also surprised that Vosal was going for another lap, because also a fact here, Patros has made a small mistake in that lap where it was Vosal who has pitted there. And even though he has made that mistake, he was catching up. And we see 2 fastest laps in a row here. Patros and also Vosal doing a 59.51 and a 59.54. You were seeing Patros doing the time, and then you could see Patros and then Vosal all of a sudden again. So Vosal not slowing down here. Only 1 second behind. Moppel, you know, he was in the lead. Right now on 3rd place. We see a close race thus far. I mean, lap 13, only 1.5 seconds between the top 3. Then Danik B is on P4. We have Berserker on 5th. Sensei with a good race on 6th place as well. And we have Trilux, Shorty, Deska, Cloud Joe on P10. Chris is behind that. Sha Dennis, a Funky Jog. Then Lars with a good race on P14. Just behind him we have Picking Enter. Then Heave. Then NY Aruk. Not sure who that is. I think maybe a new face, or a Ruko. Maybe a Ruko. I'm not sure if that's 0 or an O. Darkbringer, Wingo Bear, and Speed Self.
I think we already had Nyaruko in Division 1. I'm not sure there was a promotion. Okay, there is only one promotion. Fegli is not in Div 1. Reginald is in Div 1 now from Div 2.
Okay.
That's the only promotion that we had.
Yeah, so, but Fegli was also, I think, only playing the 1st and 2nd race. I think, like,
did not start since race number 5.
Yeah, well, I think you should, like, change those things. That really, if a player does not start 2 races in a row, or like even 1 race, you're gonna ask him, and if he didn't start the 2nd race, you're just gonna demote him into the division. You know, we see the next DNF here by Nico. You know, not finishing, giving up as well. Or maybe this corner has found his next victim. I certainly have no idea what's happening there. It's very hard to follow that. But yeah, I mean, there's not really a fight going on right now. It's just Patrosa extending his lead. 6 seconds now ahead of 3rd place. Well, they've made a small mistake. But Berserker versus Trilux is definitely a fight that is going on. And also Deska, Funky Jog, Shorty. You know, those players here for the top 8. Looking also super nice to look onto. But we're gonna have the next couple of pit stops going into play. But let's take a look who actually has pitted when. We have Deska, lap number 7. Patrose, lap number 9. Then Moppel won earlier. And then Wolsa, lap number 10. Maybe this will come in handy for Wolsa. I'm not sure what pit stop he will go for in now. But usually the way to go here is pit number 9. As long as your name is not simply Nick, as you go for lap number 11 by the looks of it.
Yeah, like simply Nick pitted on lap 11 means like Race Elite pitted on lap 13 for a 2nd time.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of strategy Racerlight is doing, but pitting every 7 to 6 laps doesn't look to be a good strategy. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's just drifting everywhere, not only the corners. I don't know. Just neo sliding everywhere.
Drifting in the straight.
Yeah. I don't know. But maybe it's not his race. I certainly don't know what he is doing there. But hey, it is fine, you know. It is completely fine. And yeah, maybe he just goes for something else. As we still have Wosal and Patrosa leading. Also the fastest lap being set by Wosal yet again here. 59.49. Not a bad one here from him by the looks of it. As we have huge gaps between the players. Trilux lurking a bit. Right now 1 second behind Moppel. Gets a good turn here as well. So the German driver, who's right now streaming as well, is doing a good job. I think Shorty is streaming too, but... Okay, Moppel pitting here. Again, lap 60, and then he probably goes for lap 24. Then 30, 32. Not sure. As he had to readjust. Ah, Moppel lost a lot of time by going like this. I don't know. But
Like if you stick to Patrol's strategies, pitting every 9 laps, which will produce a 1, 2, 3, 4 pit stop strategy, I don't think that Wosile may. If he pits every, it's going to be the same as well. It's a 4 pit stop, so
yeah.
I think Wosile's strategy, if he continues to pit every 10 laps, is detrimental for his race, for at least for P1.
I think he's not going for that.
Nah, he definitely needs to pit at the same time as Patrols, or at least every 9 laps.
So here's my take, and that's what I think. I think Wosa just wanted to have that small offset of 10 liters and a bit of the tires. Of course, the tires don't matter because they are changing anyway when you pit. But I think it's that small offset of fuel that he has right now. But right now we have a good fight for that first place. Patrosa versus Wosa. Wosa with a bit more speed. And good fight here. Wosa now leading. I mean, he was leading already. But now Patrosa is getting overtaken. So good fight. But still back and forth for that first place. And we're gonna see the next pit stop here. As players are taking risky lines here over that corner. And of course, if Wosa puts the Joey there. Okay, actually. Patrosa's pitting, Wosal's still going, and now that's what I mean with the offset. We gotta see it. You know, it was dead even between them in the checkpoint, and now we will see how much they will actually win or lose from each other. I think that's a good way now to look at this, because Wosa will pit 1 lap later, you know, having a bit of an offset. Maybe he has a bit more to risk at the end, or maybe a bit more tires in those last laps, because now he's at 17%, but he should definitely go for a pit stop now. Because it makes no sense to go for another 10 lap stint.
Yeah, plus, like, he's already a second behind his best time on the checkpoint. Next checkpoint is definitely going to be a second and 2/10 behind his best. So he's losing so much time here by just staying on the track.
Yep.
And he's going to overtake Simply Nick there. But yeah, Wosai needs to pit right now, and looks to be the case.
Yep.
No penalty for Wosai, which is good. But his last lap was actually good, very, very good, before his tires actually dropped in the very red. The last lap was in minute 0.9, so it's still like a second slower compared to his fastest lap, but it's quite okay.
It's definitely quite okay. I mean, that's actually looking quite nicely. So let's see where they are, if they are close or not close by. Let's see, Patrosa right now is having more speed coming into that lap, but I think it's dead even between them. You know, both are sliding here, and look at that. They're actually only a little bit apart. Like, only a couple of milliseconds are tearing them apart here. 0.1 of a second, yeah. 0.12 of a second between P1 and P2. And that is nothing. You know, both with a similar pit stop. And we have a great fight here, Atypick, in this last race for that first position.
Yeah, like Yeah, those two titans never disappoint in terms of what they can show on the track, and it's just amazing to see them battling with one another without seeing each other because I assume that they are playing without the cars, but having those strategy being so different, yet they are so close, it's really insane.
I mean, it's just this one offset from Wosal, having like 10% more tires and fuel, a little bit of an offset because he went for one lap later and you just burn 10% give or take per lap. But Danik be on third, then we have Moppel on P4, hopefully his internet will hold. Sensei on fifth, Shorty, Trilux, Deska, and then Cloujo, as well as Berserker on the top 10 positions here, as it's looking quite nicely for them to take it as we are approach the halftime mark of this map very soon. Yeah, lap 21, we have 45 laps that our players going to race. Right, but still Wosa now leading. It's a back and forth between them, and I think we should definitely focus on that battle for that first position here, Atypick.
Yeah, it's always a good show to see those two drivers drive on the track, but just go spectate it, and I'm gonna watch for the rest of the pack.
Okay, perfect. So now it is Patroso with a bit more speed. They're going to the finish line, and look at that, they're only 13 thousandths away of a second after 22 laps of driving, or 21 laps. I mean, they're approaching lap 22 with that. That is great to see. So a good fight here between them. They just, you were mentioning the two titans, and I think there's no word that describes it better than titans. Yeah, they have really established themselves, also have redeemed themselves against Trackmania Grand League players. Yeah, even there they have performed, even not winning every race, but gotten themselves top 3. And I hope that they can contend them in the next season. And it will probably not, or I hope it will not overlap with the Trackmania Grand League again, because I think the first couple of races were the best. When really Spam, Massa, Scrappy, Muda, you know, those players were really contesting for the victory as well. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Such a shame that we overlap with Trackmania for Grand League. But yeah, I also understand the players. They want to, they probably try to live by playing Trackmania competitively. So, a good performance in TMGL may pay where they live or something like this. So I understand they are not playing Trackmania Formula League.
Yeah, I mean it's a good format, like for a player by the looks of Wolfsheim, who's playing the Trackmania Grand League Challenger, which is just the second division if you want to say it, and usually the second division also in football and stuff like that is always better to watch. Because, I don't know, it's like everyone has more ambitious to go into that, and it's really cool. But yeah, right now it is Mosa who is playing both events, but of course he's not making a living off of that. And right now he is in second position. He has made a small mistake, so Patrosa is leading the race with 1.5 seconds, but also you're mentioning like making a living off of that. Also, like, just think about the multiplying system that we have in Trackmania Grand League, just a little bit thought aspect. Like, how mentally draining must that be for a player? Let's say like Spam, who is in Alliance and maybe is in danger of losing his spot. You know, that is quite harsh, though. You know, you're dependent on a multiplier, and I would also focus.
I find the format really strange with the multiplier. I don't know. It might be a good idea, but I don't know how I really feel about the multiplier in the TMGL and Challenger League.
Yeah, I mean it's working out quite nicely, but now you're not losing your points, you're just not multiplying them. And also Dexter, thank you so much for your raid. I hope your match went good. And Dexter, you forgot to I mean maybe
use the Joker,
because with that you have lost 40 points and you're not third anymore, because right now it is Danik B who's on third and he is above the top 5 and will get the points. But you won, very nice. And also guys, make sure to check out Dexter. He's streaming very regularly and is a good driver and also an okay human being, you know, you can talk to him. He's okay. Make sure to check him out. No, Go follow Dexter, guys.
So in terms of battle on the racetrack, there is not much action. The only proper action that we have is Shorty and Bisaker fighting for P6. Shorty is actually P6 right now. Bisaker is right behind him, less than a second, 0.3 of a second behind him. So very close to one another. Then we have quite a bit of gap between the driver. On P11 we have Heave with 2 seconds behind him, Darbringer, 2 seconds behind Darbringer. You have Funky Jug. So yeah, not much real battle. Funky Jug is battling with Nyaruko for P13, and Marius doesn't really have a good race. By the looks of it, on P15, trying to catch up on Nyaruko and Funky Jug.
Yeah, he comes a bit close to Marius by the looks of it, but then Marius is taking very safe lines. But now actually gets a very good apex over this one. Also has more speed than Funky Jog and overtakes Nyaruko in return and comes a bit closer to P13. But yeah, you were mentioning it. Marius not with the best race that we have seen. Number 14 for him. Usually he's like in the top 10. Almost certainly. But right now, he is not there, as we have a great fight for first position. Patrosa versus Wolsal. Wolsal has set the fastest lap with a 59.11. And now he is elevating himself up again into the lead. But yeah, it was Patrosa leading, and now he makes a mistake, so he looks not to win the race for the 5th time in a row here.
It's plus I think it's a very good time for Wolsal to take the lead, because Patros is scheduled for a pit stop. And it's time for Wolsal to widen that gap he has with Patros and have a very good lap. Needs a very good lap, and he's pretty much secured that fastest lap for I think it will be really tricky and really hard to improve on a 59.1.
Never say never.
Yeah, never say never. But at least it will be tricky, and you need the perfect combination of situation to be here. A very good launching lap, a very good tires and fuel, so especially good tires. And yeah, Wolsal, it was the perfect moment to do it. Patros is in the pit, so the gap will just widen. And then Wolsal will be in the pit on the next lap.
But one thing here, Patrosa had a very strong pit entry. He was slowing down just before that to 120, you know, and he was so fast. So I think he's catching up to Wolsal. So again, the race could be decided by the pit stop. And I was just changing to his perspective, and he had a really good slowdown, just braking before that to get himself that 130. And now it of course depends, you know, those 34-second gap make it even a bit bigger because Patrosa has less speed here. But yeah, it's 34 seconds. How much will it be? It was 2 seconds before that, and now Wolsal will pit into this one. 10% of tires left. He should go for the pit stop here, and he will do it. And he takes it way more conservatively here than Patrosa. I can already tell you that. It was a great pit entry, but Patrosa had it way better. And now the question is, will he overtake him or not? 2 seconds of a gap. What do you think?
Oh yeah, most certainly. The pit exit is so long. You don't carry as much speed as you could. So yeah, definitely. Wolsal ended his pit stop, but Patros is near the pit entry, and on the finish straight, Patros will have so much speed. Wolsal just on the finish line, so they are going to be neck and neck on the turn, just like previously, and Patros will take the lead.
Yeah, Patrosa is catching up 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds with one pit stop. It's incredible. He is a master of that. And again, this could decide the race. It's really good pit entry here. And also Wolsal has made like 2 mistakes in this lap at this pit exit. I mean, that's still the previous lap. But again, like Patrosa again leading after the pit stop, 2 seconds, and that is very nice to see. Good performance, but also very risky driving, but high risk, high reward here, Atypick. Very nice to see that. And we have Danik B and also Moppel fighting it out here for that 3rd position right now.
Yeah, it's good to see those two battling for P4. It will not change that much, especially for Danik B. He needs at least P5. He would be sitting P4 if Mopel were to overtake him. But yeah, it's good to see Danik B and Mopel neck and neck here for the podium. Mopel really would deserve a P3 in a race this season. I think he already had one. But and the only time he didn't crash was for a P3 since race number 6. So Mopel only crashed when he's P15, not when he's P3.
Sad.
But yeah, it's great to see those two battling as well. They are high placed, high ranked in the driver championship, and so it's great to see them on the track.
Yeah, but now Mopel makes a mistake. You praised him, you know it. He makes a mistake. It's always like that. The caster's curse is
as long as he doesn't disconnect, I'm fine. He can take all the walls he wants.
Yeah, but Mopel with a small mistake there. And now Danik B has a little bit of breather, but also the offset here. Mopel has to pit a bit earlier. If we take a look onto the graph, we have the same strategy for Danik B. 27, so lap 9 stint for him, and then Mopel lap 8 stint, so he has to pit one more time. And Wolfside still has that offset to have one lap 8. Maybe he can burst it out there and can catch up to Patroso, who has like one shaky lap then with low tires. This could be a factor.
Damn it! Look at who disconnected. Oh my god. This is because it was not P3.
Did Mopel like fix your internet?
He would be a far better gamer with a better internet.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Oh, it's so painful to see this disconnect every time.
That is definitely...
Sorry, I cut you in the middle of a sentence.
Oh, all good. I was like, okay, well, what is happening there? But also, Ama, what should we play next week? You know, we have 2 maps to play. Just write that and you can decide. But let's focus on the race here and not what we play next week. Patrols is still leading 3 seconds out of Vosal. And then Trilux on P7 right now. And a good fight here between him and Shorty, who's on P number 6. Yeah, P number 6 for Shorty. Berserker with a small mistake. So we have a good fight here for the 5th place. Right now, all players in between 1 second of each other.
Yeah, you were talking about this offset between Vosal and Patros, and we've seen Vosal with very low tires when they are below the 20%, driving a 2 seconds slower time on the per lap on a lap. So I think that the offset that Vosal created by pitting on lap 10 instead of 9 will help him very late in his stint and very late in the race as well, because right now the gap is sitting at 3 seconds, 3.4 seconds, but when Patros will be in the red with his tires, that gap which will shrink and probably Vosal will overtake Patros on the racetrack.
Maybe that is the case. We will see that, but I don't see that Patros will lose this race today, because his performance was so good though. His performance was so good thus far, and I think it's Vosal who is actually just missing out on that small extra bit of it, you know?
Yeah.
A small extra bit of that, but I mean, he's getting P2, and with that winning the race, of course, it would be great to win the 3rd season and get yourself that 1st position as well in the race. But hey, it can still happen when you pull the Joey, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or the Mopel.
Oh.
I don't know. That's 2 contender from Patros Racing Mint.
Yeah.
So if Berserker has a good result, which I don't know how they can finish it, but yeah, the Shape of Void, the team of Vosal could overtake. Yeah, that was really close to the tree. Could overtake the team of Patros, but yeah, I don't think it is doable right now.
Yeah, true, because Patros has a good performance, and I mean, it's 100 points and only the top 2 counts. So I think it's not possible, because Patros will get either 1st or 2nd by the looks of it. But yeah, guys, don't crash that one. It's so scary to crash that one. But also Berserker with a good race here. P number 6 ahead of Trilux, Cloujo, and then Piggyante also on P9. Very good to see that ahead of Darkbringer and Wingo Bear. So Piggyante has really established himself into the first division, which is very cool to see.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Props to you, Piggyante. Good improvement from Div 2. I hope that you will start in Div 1 next season. And also we see some other players who are maybe a bit more ambitious or have more time, you know, than the Trackmania Grand League drivers and can play, you know, that we have like a stacked 45 to 50 man match every time. And also, why Ama? Why are you not playing, bro? Why are you in the chat and trash talking again? Why are you not playing? Or you have been demoted to Div 2? No, he's not. But yeah, Piggyante on P9 at the moment. And then we have Wingo Bear on 10th position. And Patrose 3 seconds out of Wosa.
Yeah, nothing new. He's going to pit next lap for Patrose. His tires are right on the 20% mark. He's already 2 seconds slower compared to his best time. Yeah, 2 seconds on the finish line. So right now is where will Wosail be at the end of the stint? Because I would see, to be honest, I would see Wosail with that offset of 10% tires probably be at the neck and neck with Patrose.
Yeah, because you see how much time he's losing. 0.8, 0.9, maybe even more. And now 2.5 seconds. It's actually, I see why Wosail did that, this small offset. I understand that now, you know, but it's like those small, tiny differences that are making maybe a difference between first and second. But now Patrose is taking quite more conservatively, 1.2 seconds away. But now he's going for a pit stop. Let's see how good will his pit stop be. Will he risk it again a lot? Yes, he will. Good braking though. If you know how to do it, it's not hard, but you have to commit to that. You know, also when you play Couple Day or anything like that, you have to commit to the line and be confident what you do. Because there was an ice map yesterday, for example. Of course, you cannot compare ice to that. But unless you committed to the 360 you should have done there, it's all good. But if you release too much, you slide out. And also here, if Patrose is not committing to that, he is losing out on that. And he's just doing that. So very good pit stop again from Patrose here. And let's see where Wosail will end up afterwards. Because Wosail, of course, will pit a bit later. And again, we see the offset here of more than 30 seconds. Yeah. And let's see where they are.
It's not enough. It is not enough. Patrose will be in the lead after Wosail pit stop.
By a huge margin.
Wosail doesn't need to put that many liters. Like, it still need 80%. 80 liters, 80, 85, I would say, in order to be safe. But, like, 26 seconds is not enough for Wosail to stay in the lead. Look at... he's scheduled for a pit stop, but look at Shorty on P3.
Shorty on P3. Oh, I think we're gonna see a Shorty coasting here, maybe. I mean, he still has something to go. Okay.
Yeah, definitely he's going to coast.
Oh my god, Toby, what doing? Oh no. Okay, so Shorty coasting. Now.
Right now.
Dude, he is still a long way to go. Okay.
No.
Oh!
No! Oh, that guy is making me so nervous.
Okay, just slow down. 130? Yeah? Okay.
Great.
Kek, wait. Okay, great job, Toby, here. Just slow down. Okay.
This guy.
Wow.
He's crazy. This guy is crazy.
So, in the meantime, we have Wosail being 5 seconds away. So Patrose also went for 90 liters. And it's Wosail who went for a bit more, though. So he went for a bit more of fuel. I'm not sure. I think he will end up like at 12 to 13 liters at the finish line. But lap 38 out of 45 we have. It is Marius who's getting lapped by Wosail here. Both with a great race. But Patrose 5 seconds leading. So only a mistake can really tear him apart from the 5th consecutive race win from Patrose. What a performance, Atypick.
Yeah. Like, really, like, the only DNF Patrose has really cost him the entire championship.
Yeah.
I wouldn't... by the time it happened, I was like, yeah, it's okay, it's a DNF. But the longer you look at it, and you're like, oh my god, if he didn't have that DNF and even had a bad result, it's just insane the amount of points Woside score on that DNF compared, like the delta he scored on this DNF from Patros.
Yeah, it's like a lot that you lose with that, and since Woside has performed very consistently, it is him just being in the lead, you know, getting the top 3 in, I think, every race, or I think there was 1 or 2 races where he didn't get that. Yeah.
Sorry, can you
Woside, where Woside didn't get the top.
He always had a place on the podium this season. No, not always the pole position. We don't have the details for the qualifying, but yeah, Woside is so consistent to on placing second or third.
Damn, that is great.
So I just plugged on my calculator because I don't want to be bothered doing math on a Sunday. It's 94 points that Woside scored on in terms of difference between himself and Patros. So if Patros adds even like a decent result, not a great one, but a decent one, like even a P10 or something like this, like the amount of points Patros would have scored would be like in terms of, it probably would have been Patros in the lead of the driver championship.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. It's so you want to give us a display how good Woside is, kind of. But also Patrose could have led, but I think what really is missing for him is the qualifying. You know, the qualifying for him really has put him off guard, and also the fact that he only got like 1,045 points in that one. And all of a sudden, you know, we have Woside having 1,150 in every race, so at least. And then, I mean, Patrose would have been ahead, but he had one bad result in race number 5, and then after that he started just dominating and winning 5 races in a row. But other than that, it's looking good for him to take it. So Patrose right now, lap number 42 for him to close it out here. 6 seconds and 41 seconds between second and third. What is happening again? 42 seconds between first and third, I mean, or 41 seconds. Like, it's not even close. And right now we don't really have a fight by the looks of it. Versaker and Claudio we have picking ends also on P11, falling a bit behind. So positions look to be set in stone, give or take, as Patrose about to lap P number 9, or is about to lap P number 9 here. What a performance! Like,
even like P10, P7 with Wingo Bear, like you can see him on the he's on the last hairpin. So yeah, Patrose is pretty much going to lap the field.
Yep. So lap 43, only 3 more laps to go, and it looks that he has a lot of sufficient amount of liters in the tank. Woside has too much, 42 liters. He was standing a bit too long in the pit lane, and that is costing him 1 second. And in general, I would say that the race has been decided by that again, by just Patrose being able to pit a bit better than.
He's so efficient.
Yeah,
yes.
by that, going into the pit lane and stuff like that. It's just super, super nice to see that. As we have only 3 more laps to go, and I mean, I can just say again, just before we end here, thank you guys for watching this year's Trackmania Formula League. It was a pleasure also to guest together with you, Atypick. It was a lot of fun, and guys, keep it up. I hope that, or we will probably be back for the next season as well in this same construction here. I would love to see Atypick joining me again. It was a lot of fun. And just thank you guys for watching that, and yeah, it is the best for me. It's the best tournament in Trackmania, and I'm glad that I can cast it.
Yeah, it's really a unique one, and it's so great to watch and cast it. I would love to play it, but I don't have the nerves to last 45 laps and still think about strategy and everything. But yeah, it's definitely a cool format.
Yeah, but it's actually Danik B has made a small mistake, so Sensei is coming a bit closer there, but it was 5 seconds of a gap, so not really that much of a difference. As Trilux also gets a fantastic race here, P number 5 for the Schweine-Aim player, or Team Schwein, whatever, Team Pig, whatever, like that is, but you see a Schweine-Aim skin, that's like the theme of it. But it will be Patrose winning the race. He's approaching the last lap here, and let's praise that he's winning the 6th race here in a row, as he will lap Claudio now. 5th race, yeah, sorry, 5th race. Yeah, not 6th race. He has gotten not that of a good performance in race number 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10 it makes a lap. In race number 5, he wasn't that good.
Yeah, imagine if race number 5 you won.
Yeah.
It would be a 7 win streak.
Wicked. Absolutely wicked.
That's insane. It is just insane. The amount of the performance that Patrose, the dominance he had on a race. But yeah, and I think you are definitely correct by saying Patrose missed out on qualifying sometimes. Wasile is a better qualifier compared to Patrose, and that's what probably cost him as well, like the championship.
Yeah, probably that cost him the championship. Also, Berserker has made a mistake, so it is probably Claudio overtaking him here for P number 8. But let's praise Patrose here, winning the 5th race in a row and the last race of the 3rd season. United We Dance by Shumi Skins and H2H. Patrose wins it. 5 wins in a row, but it's not enough for that first position. It will be Wosal winning season number 3 and being the 2 times champion here of the Trackmania Formula League, and also Danik B taking the 3rd position. So Wosal on 1st in general, then Patrose on 2nd and Danik B on 3rd. So GG's to all the players. And that is the last race of the season, ladies and gentlemen. GG's, Danik B, Sensei, Shorty, Trilux, Wingo Bear were not lapped, so they can still race.
Yeah.
And do not finish also lap number 45. So GG's to them, also to Danik B, very strong performance, good for a newcomer, takes it easy here.
He had to as well, like just to secure top 3 in the driver championship. He had to put out a very good performance, very good race, and he stepped out to the occasion.
Yeah. Essentially just behind him, then Shorty. Then we have Simply Nick DNFing, okay. Then Shorty on P number 5. And Joey has also overtaken someone here in the ending. No, wait, what? It was displayed for me as Joey, but it wasn't Joey because Joey is literally on P number 36. Was a display bug. But hey, that's the race here. That's all she wrote. That is the race. Patrose, Wosa, Danik B, Sensei ahead of Shorty, then Trilux with a great performance on P6, Wingo Bear, Claudio, Berserker, Picking Ant on P10, Darkbringer Heave, Speed Self, Suke, Funky Joke, Deska, Marius, Chris, Lars, Shadenis. Then we have Aruko, Golden Nugget, Berlul, Totti, J-Sack, Vekisos, Reginald, Schras, Ruffy, Nano on P30, Simply Nick with a DNF, so only 30 players who were able to finish, and that is it. GG's to everyone, and thank you so much for watching today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, anything we should talk about here at the end?
Yeah, no, to be honest, no. I'm really glad Danik B had a good performance, which wasn't a given. I think it wasn't really clear whether or not he would be consistent in the race and had a good result. He didn't have a good qualifying, and I was really uncertain whether or not he would be able to at least get a top 5, which he did, and I'm really glad. So we finally have 3 different people compared to the other season on the podium, because season 1 was Wosile Patrose Dexter. Season 3 was Patrose Wosile Dexter. And if Danik B wasn't in P3, P5 or P4, the 3 same person were stepping on the podium as well. So it's great to see all the faces on the podium. So great job by Danik B for top 3 in the driver championship.
Yeah, I can agree with that. He did great, and I think he's an aspiring candidate to maybe even take top 2 or top 1 at one point. So great to see that. And yeah, let's watch the clips here. But I will head out now because I have dinner with my family now. But let's watch the clips. But I'm gonna call it a day now.